Have you ever wondered why you feel tired even after sleeping enough, eating well, and doing everything right? This exhaustion goes beyond the physical body. It is a deep mental fatigue that drains your energy from the inside. In Buddhist wisdom, this condition is not just being tired. It is the result of the mind being overwhelmed by hidden burdens we don't recognize. Today, let's explore the true causes of mental exhaustion from a Buddhist perspective, and how mindfulness can help restore your energy, clarity, and peace. In Buddhism, fatigue begins in the mind long before it reaches the body. The Buddha taught that the mind creates the world we experience, and when the mind is burdened, the body naturally follows. One of the biggest sources of exhaustion is the constant stream of thoughts that never stops. Modern life forces the mind into continuous overthinking, worrying about the future, replaying the past, comparing ourselves with others, trying to control what we cannot control. This relentless movement of the mind is like running on a treadmill that never stops. Even when the body sits still, the mind keeps running, and that is why you feel tired without doing much physically. Another hidden cause of exhaustion is the attachment to expectations. Buddhism teaches that suffering arises when reality does not match our desires. Every time we expect people to act a certain way, expect life to be fair, expect success to happen quickly, or expect ourselves to be perfect, we create tension inside. Over time, this inner tension drains energy quietly but powerfully. Many people think they are tired because of work, but, in truth, they are tired from carrying invisible emotional weights: resentment, fear, self-criticism, and the pressure to meet society's standards. One of the Buddha's most important teachings is that clinging to anything, ideas, emotions, identities, outcomes creates suffering. When we cling to the image of who we should be, we drain ourselves. When we cling to the fear of failure, we exhaust ourselves. When we cling to the past or obsess over the future, we weaken the present moment. Mental fatigue also comes from resisting our emotions. Instead of allowing feelings to arise and pass naturally, we fight them. We push away sadness, suppress anger, deny insecurity, and hide vulnerability. But suppressing emotions is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater, takes tremendous energy. Eventually, the mind burns out, not from feeling too much, but from trying too hard not to feel. Another Buddhist insight is that exhaustion comes from living disconnected from the present moment. When we try to multitask constantly, jump between screens, or keep our minds occupied with endless stimulation, we scatter our awareness. A scattered mind leads to a scattered life, and a scattered life drains energy faster than any physical task. The Buddha said, "A tired mind is a mind that is not present." True rest comes not from sleeping more, but from returning to the here and now. So, how do we heal this exhaustion? Buddhism offers powerful but simple practices. The first is mindful breathing. When you breathe deeply and consciously, the mind relaxes. Thoughts slow down. The nervous system resets. With each breath, you release a little of the tension you've been holding. Mindful breathing is like giving cool water to a thirsty mind. Next is the practice of letting go. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means releasing the unnecessary burdens you carry. Let go of the idea that you must be perfect. Let go of trying to control everything. Let go of the need for everyone to understand you. When you release these mental chains, your mind becomes light, and your energy naturally rises again. Another essential practice is acceptance. Buddhist acceptance is not passive. It is understanding reality without resistance. When you accept that some things cannot be changed, your mind stops fighting them. The less you fight reality, the less tired you feel. You free yourself from internal battles and save energy for what truly matters. Mindfulness also teaches us to do one thing at a time. Single tasking is medicine for the exhausted mind. When your awareness is focused, your mind becomes sharp, calm, and efficient. When you scatter your attention across many things, your mind becomes heavy and chaotic. One mindful action is more energizing than 10 unconscious ones. Compassion is another powerful cure for exhaustion. Self-criticism drains energy, but self-compassion replenishes it. When you speak to yourself gently, with kindness instead of harsh judgment, you heal emotional wounds rather than deepen them. The Buddha taught that compassion begins with yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. When you treat your mind like a friend instead of an enemy, energy returns naturally. Finally, deep rest comes from silence. Not just the absence of sound, but the silence inside, the silence that arises when the mind stops chasing and simply allows itself to be. When you spend even a few minutes in mindful silence each day, you reconnect with your inner peace. You stop running, you stop resisting, you stop overthinking. In that stillness, your mind recovers strength. Mental exhaustion is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that your mind has carried too much for too long. Buddhism teaches that the path to renewal is not through doing more, but through doing less, thinking less, clinging less, and resisting less. When you learn to breathe mindfully, let go of expectations, live in the present moment, and cultivate compassion, your energy slowly returns. You begin to feel lighter, clearer, and more alive. The mind becomes a place of rest instead of a battlefield. And when the mind rests, the whole being rests. You deserve that peace. You deserve that rest. And through mindfulness, you can reclaim it.